All right, hello. Welcome to our work for today. So our first job today is to put our writing into our morning lesson book. And you guys know how to set up your page, but I'm going to remind you just in case. You need your forest green and your lemon yellow. And on your page, you start with your green at the top, the Papa Bear side, and go left to right. And then using your lemon yellow, left to right. So careful and smooth to keep your lines nice and straight and even. And if you're feeling like you're ready to have smaller lines for your writing, you may use the Mama Bear side to make your lines, as long as you have enough space to do your capitals the proper size and your lowercase the proper size. And then when you are ready to write, using your blue colored pencil, you may write on the top line, starting with a capital I, and remembering as you go that our letters always start at the sky and move down to the earth, top to bottom, sky to earth, sky to earth. Our tall letters should reach all the way from the top of the yellow space down to the bottom, and our other letters only reach halfway up. I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. Yes, Elwood, you need to get out of my way. So, you see that my lowercase letters come right to the halfway point in my line of writing, and my capital and tall letters stretch all the way from the top to the bottom. So make sure that, as usual, you are doing carefully written letters so that they look nice and neat and fit in the right space. And then also always remember your good pencil grip. Thumb and pointer work together to hold the pencil fast. Then fingers 3 tuck underneath with baby pinky last. Having those 3 fingers tucked under so your pencil can rest right on Tall Man. And notice my fingers are fairly close to the end so that I can control what I am writing. After you have written your poem to your morning lesson book, then with your parent, you should go back and look at it together. And you can underline, just like with my letter, all the words that you already know. And the other words you can sound out and try to figure it out together. And once you've gone all the way through and gotten the ones you know and figured out the other ones, go back to the beginning and reread the poem together. And make sure you're listening for the rhyme. Speaking of rhymes, one of our activities today is to work with some rhymes. I've given you 5 words, and your job is to find rhymes for each one. So I'm not going to tell you what the words are yet, but for example, if one of the words was leg, how would you spell that word? You would think L-E-G, L-E-G. And then what rhymes with leg? I can think of Meg, peg, and keg. Those are 3 different words I can think of. And you can think of as many as you want. But then I want you to pick one to write down and record for me. So if I were to pick peg, when I was writing it, I would have to think, I wonder what it starts with. P. Then comes E, and then is G. Oops, sorry about that. So leg rhymes with peg, and if I were to write down peg, I would do P, E, G. And so I'll be looking for those 5 words that rhyme with the ones that I gave you. And we are also going to make some flashcards. So all of our memory bank words, I'm hoping to have written on cards, just like Miss Link has in the classroom. So if you have note cards at home on some nice thick paper, those would be perfect to use if there's enough that you can make them. Otherwise, I sent you some thick brown paper that's pretty strong. So if you don't have any note cards, you are welcome to use this. And I think there should be enough that you can make flashcards out of it. So first, you take your piece of paper, and each piece of paper should make 8 cards. And first, you fold it in half the long way, and then you fold it in half again, and then you fold it in half again, and this is just the right size. So once you've folded it, you'll have your creases. You can unfold it again. And then you can take your scissors and cut them very carefully. You want them to be all the same size. So very careful with your scissors and cut out your card. And then if it's a blue word, one that follows the rules, take your blue pencil and write nice and large, all lowercase letters, your word on the card. And then you want to make sure it's big enough that you can see it nice and clearly. And if it's a red word, one that does not follow the rules, make sure you use your red pencil to write it on the card. So once you have them all finished, you should keep them together with a clip or a rubber band, or make yourself a special box to keep them in. Now, lastly, I want you to practice some work with our syllables, our jaw droppers. So those are when we notice how a word is broken up and almost counting the pieces of the word. And sometimes we can hear them when we put our hand right under our chin. So if I were doing Jerry, Jerry, I feel that my chin dropped 2 times for the 2 different parts of the word. Also, you can clap them if you would like. Jerry. There are 2 syllables in that word. And I want you to do every person in your family and your pets and note them all down. Make sure you write your family's names nice and neat and writing a capital letter at the beginning because they are a name. So if I were going to do my family here, I would have Miss Link, 2 syllables, Jerry, 2 syllables, Elwood, 2 syllables, and Kyle, just 1. And I would write them all out neatly with the number next to them of how many syllables are in their name. If you'd like to give yourself an extra challenge, you can include middle names or last names too. So have fun with that, and I look forward to seeing the rest of your work later. Have a good day.